Sully. Little Sully girl. How are you, beautiful, beautiful lady? Let's go find your boyfriend. What do you say? Let's see how long it takes for him to close this gap. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Who said tortoises are slow? This is moving and grooving. Hi, Bobito. Hello, my friend. How are you, pal? Oh, just leave that there for you, buddy. We got some stuff to do today. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, look at that guy right there. He sees me. He's not pumped about it. Don't worry, buddy. You're safe. So, I bought a microphone, but then I got a new phone. So I can't use it. We'll order another one. It'll be here soon. A lot of comments lately saying get a microphone. I got a microphone. Forgot I had it. Got it back out to use it. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh well. Today's video probably won't have any reptiles in it. So if that doesn't interest you, which I understand, go ahead and click out of here. But with me posting a lot more lately, especially stuff where I'm fishing, I'm diving, I'm in the water, there's some stuff we need to talk about. We don't need to talk about it, and I really never plan to talk about it, but I get enough comments regarding it that I might as well just tell you why certain things look the way they do. You may have noticed in a few videos where I'm shoeless. My feet are not what you would call a normal human foot. Does not take a detective to figure that out. So I actually have you could call it genetic mutation, you could call it a muscle disorder, you could call it neuropathy, whatever you want to call it, it's called CMT. Charcot-Marie tooth. Doesn't really matter what it's called. I guess it kind of does matter. I've had it my whole life. It's genetic. I've always had it. I'm gonna read you guys basically just what Google tells me what it is, because as much as I know what it is, I don't know what it is. I always just tell people I have bad knees. They say, why are you limping? I got bad knees. It's easier to say I have bad knees than say, well, I just got a neurological disorder and I had a surgery and this and this and this. It's easier to just say, I got bad knees, move along. You know what I mean? It's just easier that way. CMT, Charcot-Marie tooth neuropathy. It's caused by mutations in the genes that are responsible for the health and function of peripheral nerves, because we all know what those are. Over 150 different types of CMT. I don't know which one mine is. Each caused by a different genetic mutation. Symptoms include progressive muscle weakness, especially in the feet, ankles, legs, and hands. Great. Foot deformities. This guy. High arches and hammer toes. This guy. Difficulty walking and balance problems. This guy. Numbness, tingling, or burning sensations. Not really this guy. Muscle cramps. Not really this guy. Pain, this guy. CMT is diagnosed based on physical exam, medical history, nerve conduction studies, genetic testing. I don't know my specific type. It says you can know your specific type with testing. I never got tested, we just knew I had it. Treatment, none. Physical therapy, pain relief, stuff like that is used to fight it, but no treatment. Also, surgeries can be used to correct foot deformities. We tried that. Did not go very well. We'll get into that later. It makes it harder to build bulk muscle, makes it harder to retain bulk muscle, causes your muscles to be weaker than the average muscle, so muscle weakness, increased ability to run. I get a lot of comments because my buddies, Chandler, Stone, Tyler, Spencer, whoever I'm with, my friends obviously know this about me, well, you know, the Duff cripple jokes, which by the way are hilarious. This isn't like a woe is me thing. This is more just expanding my life on camera. If I'm gonna do this YouTube thing for real, you might as well know about me, you know what I mean? So we're just diving into the life of Duff a little bit, you know what I mean? A little dive into the Duff world. So CMT can go anything from like full blown, you're never walking, you're full torque, to you just have scoliosis and you'll never even get it diagnosed. I'm right in the middle, you know what I mean? I'm very lucky, I feel very fortunate to be, first of all, so handsome. Second of all, so cunning, hilarious, witty. All seriousness though, life is good. This is not, I want to clarify, this is not a woe is me post. What it really is I need to post a video today. All my snakes have eaten. They all have clean water. I'm not ready to do a snake of the week. So let's talk about my life. That's kind of what this post is. So you may have noticed in some of my videos where I'm shoeless, like I said earlier, my right foot, very high arch. We've got hammer toes going on. There's it's pretty noticeably torqued versus my left foot. So the left foot, when I was 16 years old, 15, 16, I don't know, I had a surgery. So the goal of the surgery is basically, so these are my toes, and so my arch is like this, my toes are like this, right? The goal of the surgery, They snipped my tendons to flatten my toes out, because the reason my arch is pulled back like that is because the tendons are tight, so it doesn't allow your bone to grow properly. So the goal was snip the tendon, and they attached a device called an external fixator, a talar spatial frame, and we would turn it a few millimeters a day, and it slowly bent my bones to a flat foot. I know what you're thinking, Duff, that probably hurt so bad. Yes, it did. It's like a saw torture device, but I had it on me for a year. A little under a year, we'll get to that. The goal was 18 months, I believe. Over the course of 18 months, we'd flatten my foot out into a regular foot. This was somewhat of an experimental surgery. I go under. They said it'll take about 3 or 4 hours, right? 3 or 4 hours to get the surgery done. I wake up 9.5 hours later with a catheter in my pee hole. It was harder than they expected to get the whole thing going on. Anyways, I wake up and I'm thinking to myself, this hurts. This hurts quite bad. So somehow, some way, when getting the nerve block done, so you guys might know what a nerve block is, basically when you're getting surgery, give you an injection that's supposed to just numb the hole wherever you're getting surgery done, right? Somehow, some way, it wasn't quite done properly. So I woke up, and within 3 minutes of being awake, I was like, hey guys, it's not so good down there right now for me, okay? Pretty excruciating pain, you know, and we figured it out. Morphine drip, a whole bunch of other shit going on. You got your boy settled. They're wheeling me out. Nurse. Now, to be fair, I had just woken up from surgery and I was not pumped on life. I might have been being a little rude. 16 years old, you gotta forgive me. The nurse is wheeling me out. You gotta keep in mind, I had rods, ding, 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 in my toes sticking out like that, 4 rods, to keep my toes from recurling during the whole process. She runs me right into the wall, rod first. I had some choice words. Not her fault. It was a stressful moment for everyone. Looking back, do I regret being rude about it? Yeah, of course. But at the time, I didn't have a lot of nice words for the young lady. Fast forward a couple days, you know, getting used to it. Shit sucks, but it's all good. Pushing right along. They doped me up, so I wasn't really feeling too much pain. The only time it really hurt was when we'd tighten it, obviously, and my bones were literally bending as I'm sitting there. Not ideal. You know, not an ideal feeling to have your foot, who genetically wants to just be this, slowly getting bent over the course of a year, a couple millimeters a day. Not chill. Not the most chill thing. So that goes on, you know, it's just, you know, just another day, just another day, just another day. We're used to it. My mom and I were trucking along. We're just doing the thing. And she, being the diligent woman that she is, who's taking care of her extra crippled son now, begins to notice there's just some irregularities. There's some redness. There's a little bit of leakage going on. There's basically signs of infection. And so she takes me to the emergency room. This is about 8 months in. It's all a little blurred. I was on a lot. Legally. Noticed some leakage. I would put photos and stuff. I have the photos, but like YouTube is not gonna go for that. So maybe I'll post one. I don't even know what to do with these. Maybe I'll do Patreon or something, but like the pictures will get me demonetized for sure. Leakage, green, bubbling, some stuff where you just know something's wrong. So my mom takes me to the emergency room and says, you know, he's got this external fixator on. There's something going on. This is not right. He's throwing up. He's lethargic. Basically, I had a pretty bad infection. They're like, nah, it's just because he's got that thing on. It's not anything. It's probably just the drugs. I'm projectile vomiting in the lobby, literally. Down bad. The kid was down bad. Not quite unresponsive, but in rough shape. In the ER, never go to the ER, guys. Moral of this story is never go to the ER. They don't know what they're doing. They send me home. The next day, now this is more what's told to me than what I remember. And then the next day, obviously it had gotten worse. So apparently the infection was started internally. So some of the needles or some of the bars or the probes that were in my foot weren't properly sterilized, I guess, or something happened. And so the infection started on the inside and we didn't know about it until it had worked its way all the way out, up into my lungs and my heart. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but you don't want an infection in your organs. It's not ideal. The day of my surgery, I believe I was 173 pounds. The day of my first surgery, at this point I was 105 pounds. So I'd lost about 70 pounds in 6-8 months. Well, it's not looking great. I'll throw some pictures in here, like the non-graphic ones, so you can just kind of see what I'm talking about. So we go into the office, to the doctor's office. I think we went to the doctor's office. Again, my brain was not really going on. There's not much going on in my brain at this point. So this is like, just from what I remember. Then we went into the doctor's office and they were like, dude, you need to be in the hospital now. Like RN right now. So we go, I have to do an emergency surgery. I didn't do it. I had to get an emergency surgery done. Keep in mind, this is about halfway through the transformation. So my foot the goal was to end up like this. It's more like this, right? Better, we made progress, that's great. They have to take the external fixator off. Not only do they have to take the internal fixator off, my bone at this point, my bone in my big toe was about 80-90% mush, so they had to just scoop out most of my bone. So my big toe, currently on my left foot, is mostly metal and something called bat guano, which is like non-toxic concrete that's used to replace bone that gets mushified. My left foot's torqued also. My left foot is more torqued than my right foot, surprisingly. The one they fixed is worse than the one they left alone. Doesn't matter. I have to get what's called a PICC line in because of how bad the infection was, which is basically, they go in, I still had a scar, but now it's covered by my tattoos. They go in right here in your arm, and they take a tube, and they go all the way to your heart. And I had to wheel around, you know, when you see the sickly, and they're wheeling around their little IV that's with them at all times, that was your boy. So I had a nurse that came to my house every day to give me medication. I was wheeling that thing around. I missed an entire year of school, which was tight. Just got to play FIFA and pretend like they'd send me home, but I'm too sick. And they would be like, all right, whatever, you're good. Somehow, didn't even flunk out of school that year. Got kicked out of school the next year. That's another story. I was dead, which is chill. Now I'm not. What's the moral of this story? I'm kind of rambling now, like thinking about shit I haven't thought about in a long, long time. So yeah, I get that done. I've got the PICC line in. Let me tell you, watching them put a PICC line in you is gnarly. It's pretty wild because it's a big vein they're going into. And the doctor said like, hey, do not watch this because it's gonna freak you out. It's a lot of blood. And I'm like, dude, I actually grew up in the 2000s with unrestricted internet access. You're not gonna scare me, I promise. So watching them poke a little hole in it, and then you can feel, it doesn't hurt, it's not a painful thing, but you can feel this little tube going through your body into your heart. It's a very surreal thing. It really wasn't bad. I'm telling you the truth. That part was not bad at all. A lot of it was bloody, but whatever. Wheeling around the thing for months and months and months. Nurses coming to my house. I no longer had metal in my foot that I had to crank every day. So at the time, I'm like, bro, turn me up. This is a toy. Where are we in the story? Wheeling around the thing, the PICC line. So we're coming to the end, honestly. It's about 18 months of like pure hell. Why are we telling this story? That's the important part. 2 reasons we're telling this story. Reason number 1, a lot of people are like, yo, dude, your feet look weird. And I just laugh at the comments and say, yeah, they do. It's easier to just get it out there. I'm trying to do this YouTube shit full time. You might as well know why your boy's got hammer toes and a scarred up foot and I'm a little clumsy. I can't run real fast. My knees click when I walk. I got that click when I walk. I got that click when I walk. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Second reason we're telling this story, and I would say the most important reason we're telling this story, is how much that 18-month, 2-year, and honestly every day since then, with just daily, like experiencing pretty tough pains on a daily basis, this, that, the other thing. I never have brought this up before because I hate a pity party. I hate a woe is me post. I hate a feel bad for me because of this post. And the reason I always say I just have bad knees, I'd rather someone think I tore my meniscus or tore my ACL and never got it fixed than me tell them I have this neurological disorder and then they give me the, I hate that shit, man. And the reason I hate that shit is because of how lucky I am, how silly my life is. I get to chase my dreams every day. I've got a disturbingly supportive support system. I've got the coolest friends on the planet. I've got the coolest life on the planet. The reason I tell this story is to express gratitude and to try to pass on to you guys, if you get nothing else from this story, how lucky we are to be alive, get to do the things we do, to get to walk the earth, get to pursue your passion. Something as simple as just walking, you know what I mean? I didn't walk for such a long time that now I had to learn how to walk again. But even just walking, yeah, does it hurt when I walk? Yeah. You know what would hurt even worse than walking? Never walking again. Do my feet look weird? Yeah. You know what would look weirder than not having these feet, having no feet? Like if you have no feet and you're watching this, I love you. I don't mean, that's kind of a wild statement. But the point is, I have this attitude that I feel like I've had since such a young age. The attitude of gratitude, of being thankful, being proud of who you are. And I hope to use this non-reptile video to use this video where I just talked about myself the whole time to inspire even one person who's having a woe is me day, or a woe is me life, a woe is me week, whatever it is, to just remember how lucky we are, to just remember how cool it is to be alive, to remember how important you are to the universe. Because if you weren't important to the universe, you wouldn't be a part of it. And it's as simple as that. I get a lot of comments in my lives and on my videos. People who watch my videos going through cancer treatments, people who watch my videos losing family members, people who watch my videos going through unspeakable things and telling me that my videos help them. And that can make me emotional. It's such a special thing to be able to share my life with you guys. And I think it would be selfish of me to not share this part of my life with you guys. This part that I've been not quite ashamed of, but secretive of. I'm not embarrassed, but I just don't want to deal with talking about it. But how selfish am I to not want to talk about something that could help somebody else who's going through something? You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many videos or clips I've edited out of videos that my feet were in, or where I trip and fall, or where this or that. And part of this 30 and 30 YouTube journey that I'm doing, pursuing the truest form of myself that I can be for you guys. You know, I've been really frustrated lately with the thought of only being at 30K weeks ago, not now. But how dumb is that? 30,000 humans decided, hey, I like this guy and I want to follow this guy's journey. And that is like, when you just break it down and think about what that really means, it's mind blowing. And I'm so thankful for it. My life is a joke in the best ways possible. I wake up every day and I get to do what I love, and I'm lucky enough to share it with 30,000 people who care about me enough to click a button and tune in. So that's that. Not a fun video to watch. If you watch to the end, God bless you. I know it wasn't an easy watch. I love you to death. We're gonna hit 100K this year. I'm claiming it, I'm knowing it to be true. And we're gonna hit 1 million in the next 5, okay? Maybe in the next 2. Numbers are just numbers, goals are just goals, and life is just life. But we're living it, so we might as well live it. You know, sounds corny, but kick rocks. Life's corny. So that's that, guys. That's what happened to my feet. That's why I walk funny. That's why my feet look like that. I'm still jacked. Still go to the gym. Still try my hardest. So what's the point of not? And I hope watching this video could inspire you in one way or another to do the same. See you tomorrow. Maybe we'll go live tonight, who knows? The live stream last night was really fun. That's that. No reptiles, just me sitting in a chair yapping. Thanks for watching. I love you. I couldn't do this shit without you guys. I wouldn't do this shit without you guys. Can't imagine a world without each and every one of you in it. So let's not live in that world. Let's all stay in this world together. Love you guys.